Welcome to the Caddo Convos, the podcast that explores the vibrant community of businesses thriving in Caddo Office Reimagined. We're here to shine a light on the incredible entrepreneurs and professionals who make the most of our private offices, co-working spaces, and day office rentals in the Dallas-Fort Worth suburbs. Join us as we share their stories, celebrate their successes, and dive into the benefits of working in a space that's close to home but offers so much more than working from home. Let's get started with today's conversation. Joining me today on the Caddo Convos is Janice Greenley with Set2Go Services. How you doing, Janice?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
I'm very well. Thanks
Good.
for coming in and being on the show today.
Absolutely. I appreciate you having me.
Glad to be here. Let's talk about what is Set2Go Services.
So we provide really everything that a small business or a homeowner might need when they are in their space. So it might be electricity, it might be internet, phone service, whatever it is that they need. We really started out mostly residential and just recently have expanded more into commercial. I'm working on also expanding into like large industrial and that kind of thing, but that really hasn't been my specialty up until now. But people don't want to shop at all the different providers and find the best pricing. They want to call somebody, not get 1-800 whoever, and say, help me out. And so that's where they can call our team. And there's just a handful of us, and they're going to get possibly me on the phone. And I'm going to say, all right, let's talk about what your situation is, what you need, and let's find you those services quick and easy and at a price that's good for you.
When is the right time in their journey to acquire a property, move in, whatnot? When is the best time to call you?
I recommend a week or two beforehand.
Okay.
So it gives us a little bit of time to make sure that everything's set up. Even if we don't turn it on right then, we have a plan of action. And then they know everything that they need. And there are some folks, I mean, we're in Texas, so there are some folks that are in like a co-op, and maybe I can't help them with their electric. But then I can give them guidance and give them plenty of time to go down that runway so they know what to do. But anywhere where it's deregulated, I can help them with their electric. But I want to be able to not just have them call me and me turn it on, but I want to have them call me and we can go through what their lifestyle is and really give them guidance, whether they work through me or they don't.
What are different needs that you encounter?
Sure. So let's say, for example, we've got someone moving into an apartment and it's Friday and they're moving in and they have not thought about utilities or any of that kind of stuff. They can call and typically we can get it turned on about 3 hours. So pretty quickly. But let's say a homeowner that's moving here from another state and they have no idea what they even need. A lot of people move here from other states that are not deregulated, and they don't know they can even shop providers. They have no idea. So they can call me. I can look at all the services that they need, go find all the different options, present it to them, and then go get it turned on based on what their choices are. Or let's say they already live there. Maybe they just don't know if they're overpaying. And then again, they can call me and I can say, you know what, you really have a competitive rate. You need to stay where you are or not. But that's really what I provide. And most people don't even realize that there's somebody out there that will do that for them.
Yeah, I'm one of them. And, I'm a homeowner. I'm realizing, I think I need to make a phone call here.
Yeah.
So give me a specific example of someone that you've helped.
I would say what happens a lot, which is very typical, is somebody that's been in a house for, let's say, 5 years, and they've had the same provider forever. And they don't necessarily even realize that they should shop it around or could. This happens to me a lot of customers. We have a gentleman who is a friend of ours, and he sent us a copy of his bill. We went out and shopped, and we literally saved him 50% on his electricity bill. Now, I will tell you that is not typical, and I don't want anybody on here to go, "Oh my gosh, that's normal." But It does happen. And so that's a real world example of why you should at least call. Whether we can help you or not is yet to be seen, but it takes 2 minutes and it's free. Yeah. So why wouldn't you?
Service area, is it more people who are in, I'd say, cities versus rural, or what is percentage-wise?
Yeah, so really good question. Mostly cities, only because most cities are deregulated.
Gotcha.
There are quite a few rural areas that are not. They're still co-op, or even like I'm gonna throw out Garland Power and Light. That's a municipality, and we can't do anything in that case. But anywhere where they have an option, that's where I can help them. And then, of course, I can do internet and all of those things, which is different because everywhere is deregulated mostly. I'll say mostly because there's always the one-offs. But, if you want to shop at, I don't want to use the big brand names, but let's say you want to shop at the top 3 or 4 big brand names for utilities, phone service or internet or whatever, you can call me, and whatever deal you can get walking in the door, I can get the deal for you without you walking in the door.
Right. That's quite a convenience. Yeah. So when we're talking about deregulated, you can answer the question when they call you of which of the services, because sometimes it's mixed, right?
That's right.
Some are, some are not.
Yep.
What's the most common deregulated service?
Electricity.
Yeah.
We'll say in Texas especially.
Gotcha.
Electricity and phone. Really, I mean, for those of us that are not 12, Ma Bell. I mean, remember the big breakup? That was really what deregulation was for the phone industry. And then deregulation for electricity came in right around 2000-ish. And so those are probably the top 2. But in other states, natural gas. We don't have that here. But in other states, natural gas is deregulated, and so you can shop providers. So it really does depend on your zip code.
Where would you say most of your customer base is? I mean, we're in North Texas,
right.
But
Most of my customer base is Texas just because that's where my connections are.
Yeah.
But I can do most things across a lot of the U.S. So a lot of states that are very similar are Ohio, Pennsylvania, Illinois. So there's a handful of states where I can really help others. And it's interesting because every state is a little different. So California, for example, I can do more with natural gas there than I can't do anything with electric there at all. So it really is dependent upon where they live as to what I can do for them. But I'll tell them up front so that I'm not wasting their time.
So let's simulate a phone call.
Sure.
So I'm calling you and I say, Janice, I'm in Allen, Texas. What are my options? And you just quickly hop on the computer and walk through it?
So I start with, well, what are you looking for, first of all? Because you may not want to hear about cell phone.
Fair.
I'd
say electric.
Right.
I'm looking for
electric.
Yep.
Okay. The first thing that I'm going to do is get your zip code. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to look and make sure that you're not in a co-op, because there are co-ops in part of Allen.
Really?
Most people don't even know that. Grayson County Electric. So I'm going to look and make sure that you're in a deregulated area. So I'm going to need your address, not just your zip, because sometimes one side of the street is and the other side isn't.
Wow.
So I'm going to do that. And then the next thing I'm really going to do is say, all right, you're deregulated. That's great. Do you have a copy of your bill? Send it to me. Let me take a look at a copy of your bill, because I can look at your usage history and what you're paying now. And a lot of people will tell me, hey, well, I can just read it. Yes, I hear you. You're a smart individual, but you don't know electric bills like I know electric bills. And I'm going to be looking for things that you might not see. And so I'm going to compare every cost. So when I give you what your cost is currently, that's everything except tax. And then when I compare that rate, I'm going to give you a cost for everything except tax.
Right.
So that you're really comparing apples to apples, because there's a few little tricks that are done where you don't realize you're not really comparing true cost. And so that's what I'm going to do for you.
And I imagine it's in the company's best interest to make the bill a little bit opaque. Like a little bit
pretty
of
much.
Decipher this and decipher that.
Yeah, it's like an insurance bill.
Yeah, you gotta, and you know how to crack that code.
Yes, I do.
Based on your experience. Fascinating. You're here in Allen. And we're recording this episode here in the Caddo Office Reimagine. And Alan, why did you choose this as your home base for business?
Because it's close to my home,
Yes.
honestly. I work from home, and then I come in here occasionally to get out and network and do things like that. But it's a great space. It's beautiful. There's a lot of other professionals in this building. It puts me really kind of in the middle of where there's a lot of activity in Allen. So it's easy for potential customers or partners to get together. So it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, it really is. What's your favorite part about what you do?
Helping people that didn't even know they needed help.
Yeah.
It's great to, when I show them how much they're paying and they don't need to, or someone that's moving in that's panicked thinking I'm not going to have electricity because I didn't plan ahead, and I've got 3 hours and I can make it happen for them.
That's excellent. And let's say I'm someone that needs help. What's the best way to reach you?
I'm going to give you my desk number.
Ooh, get ready, everybody. Pins out.
214-915-2442. And that will ring on everybody on my team's phone, so somebody can pick up. And if we're all on the phone, leave a voicemail. We'll call you back typically in about 5 minutes. So it's pretty quick.
Otherwise, is there a website to go to?
So you can go to Set2Go and there's a little form that people can fill out and tell me exactly what they're looking for. If they want to, some people don't want to talk to anybody, and that's okay.
Yep.
So they can fill that out and we can do everything, back and forth that way. Or they can fill out the form and say, hey, call me.
Yep.
So we just try to cater to people that are maybe working and can't take a phone call during business hours.
Sure. That makes sense. Well, excellent. Well, Janice, I appreciate you coming on the show and sharing, what you do and why and the important work that you do, because I'm embarrassed to admit this, everybody, but I'm realizing, what do we pay?
Nobody knows.
I mean, I know the amount, but what are we really doing there? So
Yeah.
it looks like you're going to get a phone call now that I have your number. But for those, if you're listening, just scroll down in the show notes. Janice has given me the contact information. It's right there in the show notes. So if you didn't click the pen quick enough, it's there for you. Janice, thanks for coming in and being on the show.
Thank you. Really appreciate you having me.
Thank you for joining us today on the Caddo Convos podcast. A huge shout out to our incredible network of members for making our community vibrant and supportive. If you're looking to boost your productivity and reduce the isolation of working from home, consider joining us at Caddo Office Reimagine. Our spaces are designed to meet your evolving needs, support remote work, and foster a sense of community that's hard to find at home. Whether you're a startup aiming for growth, a freelancer seeking a professional setting, or a company looking to optimize resources, Caddo offers a perfect blend of flexibility and innovation. By joining us, you'll be a part of a dynamic business ecosystem that helps you thrive. For more information, visit caddooffices.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time on Caddo Convos.